And Jennifer's going to explain a little bit about our guests.
Exposure to war and trauma can disrupt the most basic beliefs about safety, trust, mastery, and control. Combat veterans have learned to perceive their environment as a series of potential threats. This hypervigilance, while integral in war, can follow some veterans home, leading them to avoid new, unknown situations, being disconnected from nature, and reluctant to venture into their community. Wasatch Adaptive Sports is providing incredible healing opportunities for our veterans, encouraging safe and meaningful challenges, and helping them to develop new relationships. It's amazing to see the transformation that occurs as our veterans interface with this program. They develop a sense of trust, get reconnected with the experience of positive emotion, and develop a renewed sense of awe and appreciation for nature and the outdoors. Over the past several years, I have witnessed an amazing change in many veterans, service members, and their families, two of which this evening I am honored to introduce. It is my pleasure to present Sergeant Kendall Redman, Active Duty Army. Kendall has served from 2004 to the present. He was deployed to Iraq in 2007. As part of his regular duties, he was exposed to several IED blasts and was injured on March 15, 2008. He was medevaced at a theater and spent about 5 months at Brooks Army Medical Center for the treatment of traumatic brain injury and other orthopedic injuries. In August of 2008, he returned home to Spanish Fork to his wife, Sarah, and their 4 children. Every day, Kendall continues on his healing process, coping with issues of traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder. It is also my honor to introduce Sergeant Greg Orton, Active Duty Army. Greg also served from 2004 to the present. He was deployed to Iraq in 2006 and then to Afghanistan in 2011. On April 20th, 2011, Greg was seriously injured from a gunshot wound to his head by insurgent forces. He was emergently medevaced to Germany, where he required a craniotomy, and when stabilized, was transferred to Bethesda. In total, he spent about 5 months in intensive neurorehabilitation before returning to his hometown of Salt Lake City to his wife, Nikki, and their 2-year-old daughter. Almost 2 years post-injury, Greg continues his rehabilitation therapies, addressing issues of post-traumatic seizures and cognitive issues, in particular aphasia, which impacts one's ability to verbally communicate as well as comprehend verbal language. Witnessing Greg's spirit and determination throughout his recovery process has been an inspiration to me and to everyone around him. Please join me in welcoming both Sergeant Kendall Redman and Sergeant Greg Orton.
As this kind of organically grows to involve more people, the vets up. I don't know, just kind of made us better. And so one of the things about the vets as they come up is the locker room is it's a tough place in the NFL. Tough guys, And then I met these guys, and I don't want to understate it. When you talk about toughness, it's an inability to show any weakness. As I played, that was like a mantra. These guys are tough guys, and they don't sometimes know exactly how to not be tough. I mean to the nth degree. Having them up has, for me, from somebody who's come from that environment a little bit, not, but just a little bit, gives them an opportunity, and I don't want to take your thunder, Kendall, but it gives an opportunity to just, I don't know, get out. And so I don't mind if you just tell me, and you too, Greg, just what the program's meant to you, because I think the program's growing, and this is our big fundraiser, this is how we get more vets up here, and then just kind of just tell a little bit about how you feel about it.
I want to thank you for having us up. This is harder than locker room when I came home in 2008, my life had changed. I've been, you know, and everybody's life changes at some point or another, but I didn't leave the house for 3 years. I didn't leave my property. And I don't have a lot of property. You know. I'm not talking about I went out in the back 140 and fished. I literally didn't leave the house. And last year, thanks to Laura and Peter, they had me up and broke the ice. And I told Laura that I would only come up if I could repay, because I don't like the idea of just taking. And so I said, Laura, I want to repay you. And she said, oh, okay, you can come and help set up the camps for summer. And then this last, a month ago, she had us up again. And we got to go snowmobiling. And this is how I have to pay back snowmobiling. To me, Wasatch Adaptive Sports means more than just a day out on the slopes. It's an opportunity for me to leave everything that I worry about daily away for just a few hours. And that's all I have to say. I don't want to take too much.
This coming out here with, I apologize for missing all my names, or not names, my names too, but I'm trying to say the place that we're at right here. What we're here for, it's very, they've done a lot for me. Wasatch. These guys. Yeah, they've done a lot for me. When I first got home, I wasn't allowed to do much because I was missing about 40% of my skull. And so when I first got it back, the first thing that I was able to do was I was flighted out here, and I got to go skiing. And that was it was hard because I couldn't move too well. I'd get dizzy, but it was still fun. And then I hear a lot about the skiing, but throughout the rest of the year, Wasatch does so much more. I'm able to come out here and go camping, hiking, some bicycling, the snowmobiling. That was fun because we're not supposed to drive. And do things. It means a lot to be able to have somewhere to go and something to do throughout the year and through the winter. And, I'm very, very grateful to Wasatch Adaptive for all that they do for me.